Welcome to the speaking section of IELTS examination. My name is Sapna Dhamija and I would be your examiner for this part of the test. This test would be recorded. May I know your full name, please?
My full name is Harnaz Kaur.
How may I address you?
You can call me as Harnaz.
May I see your identification, please?
Yes, here it is.
Thank you so much. Okay. Where do you come from?
I hail from Delhi and it is the capital of India, and people are very jovial in nature here, and it is known for the IT sector, and there are multifarious jobs here. People usually come here for seeking jobs only.
Few questions will be based on spending time with others. Do you like spending time with people?
Undoubtedly, I'm a very extrovert person and I like to talk to other people, and I like to make new friends also.
How do you like spending time with your friends?
I usually spend time with my friends by doing some talks. Sometimes we play. I especially like to play badminton in the evening, so I usually go with my friend into the local park and I play there.
Okay. Would you prefer to study alone or with others?
I would say that I like to study alone because at that time I can concentrate well on my studies. Otherwise, whenever I am in the group, I usually engage myself into some conversation, so I usually avoid group studies.
Do you remember a time when you need to cooperate with others?
Undoubtedly, when I was very young, I remember I forgot a pencil, and at that time I was in 3rd standard, so I asked one of my classmates for a pencil, so at that time I needed to be cooperate with her.
Few questions will be based on pets and animals. What's your favorite animal and why?
My favorite animal is dog. I think dogs are very lovable and they are very loyal. That's why I like dogs.
What is the most popular animal in your country?
I would say dogs are the only most favorable pets, and I think Bengal tiger, lions are some other popular animals.
Have you ever had a pet before?
No, I would say no, but I used to feed some street dogs, but I never had a pet before by myself because my mother don't allow it.
Where do you prefer to keep your pet, indoors or outdoors?
I would say if I will have a pet, I will keep it indoor as well as outdoors, because sometimes there is rain outside, so at that time I would prefer to keep my pet indoors. But dogs also need to do walking, and so for that some physical activity, I would take my dog outside also.
Few questions will be based on headphones. Do you use headphones?
Surely I use headphones. Whenever I go for a walk, I plug in my earphones.
What type of headphones do you use?
I use wireless headphones of Sony company.
When would you use headphones?
As I earlier mentioned, that whenever I go for a walk, moreover, when I had to do multiple chores at the same time, then I use headphones and do other tasks at my hand.
This is the end of the part 1. Now it is time to ask a cue card. And you will be given 1 minute to prepare your answer, and you will have to speak at least 2 minutes. This is your cue card. And if you wish to make notes, you can. Okay. Your time starts now.
Since my childhood, I aspire to be a businesswoman, and I want to open my own corporation because I like independence. I always wanted to work as a boss, and I think the best opportunity I will get is with my aunt. She is independent. She is not only intelligent but also very beautiful. She has her own company named as Purple Blue, and her company makes personalized clothing, and I want to work with her because she's very persistent and hard work. I had seen her burning midnight oil. I remember very clearly when I was in I would say 8th or 9th standard. At that time I went at her place, and at that time she was very busy with her work, because at that time there was a power cut in her factory and she was producing 100 t-shirts by her hand. She was personalizing it by her hand because there was no electricity, so everyone was everyone was consumed in that task. So at that time I saw dedication in her and her people to complete the order. So at that time I was very influenced and moved by her. So at that point only I decided to work with her. I think it would be very lucrative not only for her but also for me to work with her, because I have some innovative ideas. Her company only produces personalized clothing, so I would like to introduce some accessories, watches and other things that would create and expand her business. More and more people would like to buy more and more of personalized stuff, because I think nowadays it is in trend to have your name on your thing. So that is why I wanted to work with her in her company, and I think if this would be possible one day, then I would say this will be a dream come true, because I will be working with my aunt and I am very comfortable with her. She is very supportive. On personal level also this will be very beneficial for me, and if I would say that for financially also it would be beneficial for me, and I will feel over the moon if my dream will be successful.
Thank you. This is end of the cue card. Now it is time to ask some follow-up questions. Okay. Are there any positive effects of working with a family member?
Surely, whenever we work with a family member, I think people usually don't have any trust issues. They don't fear of any scam. So I think that's the biggest profit or advantage while working with the family.
Why do you think so?
I think family members are very trustworthy. They will not cheat and try to scam their own family members. So I think that's one reason that they will not do any scam with you. So undoubtedly there will be no scams. So there will be no fear of scams.
Okay. What kind of family businesses are there in India?
India is a very vast country, undoubtedly, and there are so many families and so many businesses. So I think each and every kind of family business would be here, from clothing to shoes and from electronics to everything, I would say.
Okay, why do people like to set up family businesses?
I think firstly the main reason would be trust, and secondly they would be having some free time also. They can join and they can leave whenever they want, and they can have a break also. They don't need to ask permission from anyone, because they are doing their own business. And
how it's possible?
Yeah. For example, there are two brothers who are working, and one brother want to take a trip. So other brother will manage the work. So the other brother will manage the work, and the first brother need not to ask his permission. Of course, they are brothers, so he will understand. So I think that's why it's possible to take time off from the work.
Can you be more general rather than giving this example?
I would say that whenever two people are working, whenever a business is in two people's hand, then it is not one individual's responsibility to do all work. So if other person is absent, then the other person can act as deputy chairman or deputy head of that business. So in this way the business can be managed.
That's great. What are the advantages and disadvantages of a family business?
As I earlier mentioned, that one can take a leave, and they can take free time, take some free time. There are no trust issues, but on the same hand, there are some disadvantages also. For example, if there is any business and it is not running good, so at that time both will be in the loss. Otherwise, if the other person is doing something else, then they can manage the family. But if both brothers are running the business, then both will be in the loss, I guess.
What are the causes for the success of a family business?
I think for the success of any business, one need to be very hard working. They should be very persistent. They should continuously work. I think obstacles and failures are the part of the success, and they should never give up, and they should burn the midnight oil to get to the success. And I think these are the two qualities which everyone needs to be successful, whether it is a family business or a private business, I would say.
Okay. In what ways have families in your country changed recently?
According to my view, when I was very young, I used to live in a joint family. But nowadays I'm seeing that more and more families are nuclear families. People are just living with their parents, not with their grandparents.
Why?
Particular reason would be privacy, because nowadays individuals want their privacy, they respect others' privacy also. So I think privacy is the main reason that more and
Do
more
you think this can be the only reason that families are transforming into nuclear families?
Yeah, I think this can be the one reason, but other reason can be that nowadays more and more people are independent. They don't want to be under someone else. So I think that can be the other reason, because I had seen some families and I would say if there are two individuals in the house and one is dominating.
But again, this is, you're talking about privacy. So I am saying that this is the only reason.
Yeah, I would say yes, this is the only reason. According to me, there can be other reason, but I don't know those reasons. But according to me, privacy is the only reason.
Thank you. This is end of the test. Thank you so much.